Greetings, Commanders. It's Blue Max, and we're doing another Watcher of Realms GvG video. So, this is going to be a video on my second account, the Maltese, and we are currently in a very, very tight match with an opponent, probably from Eastern Europe, based upon the script. And let's take a look now. As you can see, we're down by about 2%, but we have a lot of attacks left to throw at our opponent, whereas our opponent has exhausted the majority of theirs. However, we are down to the last pickings, and if you just look at the BP numbers, over 500,000, 488,000, start to get the idea, 465, that for a B tier kind of beginner's guild, we're up against some pretty tough numbers, especially, rather opponents, especially if you're looking primarily at the numbers. So we're going to use my account with my 8 attacks because I'm a marshal and see if we can't crack open some of these defenses. Now, before we jump into the attacks themselves, you'll note the fact, excuse me, you'll note the fact that I've already kind of built out my heroes from a BP standpoint, about as good as I can on this account. The Hyperion, or rather the Helios bonus, is just 187. On my main, it's 240. So got a lot of work to do. This was a fantastic account that one of the other commanders had as an alt. And so as you can imagine, with it being an alt, it didn't always get the same amount of attention that a main account will get. And so as a result, a lot of the faction trials are behind, but I've been gradually chipping away at that. If I go to best records and trials, let's see here. Cleared all the way from stage 9 to stage 12, and the Piercers here very recently. Jumped up on the Inferno as well. The Cultist, I beat a level. Watchers and Esotericists, after picking up Neja recently, got somewhere there. So now, before we get into the attacks, a little bit of housekeeping real quick. So my goal in building this channel is to create content that I enjoy, that I think is informative, and meets a quality standard. And generally in life, when you're meeting the right audience, you're finding a need, and you do the right thing, you will see some results. So I'm by no means begging for subscribers, but if you are enjoying this content and you like it and you want to be part of making this channel succeed, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting. That'll help me get toward the first hurdle, which is hitting 500 subscribers. I'm currently at 439, so greatly appreciate it. Now back to the attacks. So back to battle. I want to look at Kinbach, and the first team I want to look at here is, I think, this one right here. All right. So first of all, we've got Uridin, who is a fighter, not a tank. 2, we have Aelin. Aelin, and she's a great AoE healer, and she does some defense reduction, but she's not really meant for PvP, specifically GvG. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to lead with the tank. Excuse me. Just had pizza, so my throat's a little gunky. Please excuse that. But we're gonna lead with the tank, and we're gonna use lightning guards to pick off Silas. Now, granted, Silas is probably within Aelin's range, so no, actually, I don't think he is. So we'll see. Yep. So Aelin's gonna go uh, tile here, tile down. We're not so we're going to be able to pick off Silas, and hopefully we'll be able to take Uridin and then Numera down. So I'm going to go ahead and click attack. Even though the BP is high, I'm not going to use a demon captain. I don't really think my Templars are powerful enough. I probably had Templars up because I was just kind of poking around. So we've got magic, physical, with Numera doing the most damage. So for a tank, we're going to go Pharaoh's Guard. Or yeah, we're gonna do Pharaoh's Guard. We'll just sort by tank. I can't seem to. There it is. All right, and we will affiliate. I want as much defense as I can get, or specifically magic res. Okay, so with my lightning guards, don't think I need to necessarily go with Valara. We'll go with Neza. And I'm pretty sure my Grotesque Fiend is with Valara. Good. So I think we're going to go ahead and go with the Swarm tactic. Okay, Ingrid. Good. Although Ingrid is not one of my highest leveled ones. We'll go ahead and go with Silas. Okay, Beelzebub. Yeah. Okay, team is ready to go. So here we go. We're low BP, but I think we can push through it. All right, here it goes. Start the battle. And I'll go ahead and kind of speed it up. Well, I hope this works. What we're gonna do is we're gonna send Pharaoh's Guard out, back tile, and then we're not going to drop our Lightning Guard until we can drop them both at the same time. I'm hoping I didn't need to use a Fool to give some shielding. We'll find out because Silas is about to hit the ult. That could be scary. We're looking okay, actually. Okay. Whoop. Oh boy. Are we going to get this shot off in time? Are we going to get it off? Keep Silas occupied. Yep, got Silas. Okay. I don't know. Lightning. Oh, look at that. We got Uridin. We're not going to be able to completely clear the enemy, but we may actually get a flyer through. No, we did not. But we took out a good chunk. I'm going to go ahead and play it safe and go tank. I probably didn't need to. Okay, fodder will go back tile. Nom nom will go front tile. Here it goes. All right, tank, keep Chimera occupied, and this should be the end. Yep, that's definitely going to be it. We'll go ahead and do the Ghoul Hounds as well, but we just picked up a win. All right, fantastic. So, moral of the story here, you know, especially in B tier GvG, you don't let the BP of the defense intimidate you more than it should, because as you can see, it turned out to be a pretty easy attack. Now over here we have on this one we have absolutely no absolutely no healer. So I think we're gonna go Fiery Templars here instead of Pharaoh's Guard. Why not? Although my Fiery Templar is level 1, that kind of has me a little bit concerned. So we'll see. We still got a lot of HP. Khan, I don't know. I don't think I'm not going to use lightning guards this time because the lightning guards are going to get tripped up on Khan's summons. Instead, we're going to go ahead and go Fool. I actually don't know how this is going to play. We're going to find out together. I don't know if Fiery Templar counterattacks when shielded. We'll find out together. Here we go. All right. So we're gonna wait till we get to 10, then we're gonna back tile the Fool, and then we'll front tile the Templar. We'll get like we'll let 1 or 2 energy accrue before we drop the Templar. Okay, that's 1, and that's 2. Okay, Fool stops, adds the shield. Gonna hold for shield is for 6 seconds, and then the Templar is going to be unshielded for 2 seconds and then reshielded. Here we go. Okay, so we can start seeing someone's doing some healing, but you can tell, for example, Hotset is already taking significant damage, and I can't tell. It looks like they're still taking damage. Hotset's going to kill herself, which is awesome. Okay, time to go nom nom, or rather, food in the nom noms. Yeah, Hotset is almost down. I like this, and the Fiery Templar isn't even close. Khan is is losing a lot of health, and honestly, Torador is not looking too good. He's down, and okay, there he goes. He reses, but we already overrun it. Okay, fantastic. There's another team down. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so let's take a look at our numbers here. We're closing the gap. We are closing the gap. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this team. So we've got a really good healer in Ireless, but Ingrid is okay. Don't be fooled here. Ingrid isn't as exposed as I would like her to be because Draylon is not covering Ingrid, but Ireless is, and Ireless puts out a lot of heals. I don't think this is as weak a team as I'd like. Let's look at this one. Okay, got a pretty weak. We got a lot of clustering, but it's going to be hard to bookkeeper them. And actually, this is a fairly powerful team, especially with all that beat. I'm looking for maybe a softer target. Okay, so Hot Soot. Hot Soot is not protected. We could Fiery Templar. We could Fiery Templar and push our way through, I think. I want to try. I want to try that. Although note the fact that this team has gotten a lot of wins, but I guarantee you, this is going to look a little bit better. All right, here we go, especially with that Fool. But we do have a healer this time, but the healer is not going to be able to cover Hot Soot, and we're going to try to just absolutely steamroll through this team. Find out. Okay, back tile, Templar 1 and 2. Go. All right. Now I'm going to try to avoid just like watching the fight. I don't want to get tunnel vision, watching the stats, because that Fool is doing a lot of damage. I mean, look, Hot Soot is almost dead. This is fantastic. Okay, back tile, front tile. Ooh, ooh. Okay, Hot Soot is down, but no one else is going to fall because Ireless is going to keep them up. But we are keeping Ireless pretty busy. We're gonna bring in our Hounds next. They're just not doing enough AOE damage. Van Helsing is not really GvG material. Van Helsing is amazing on the left side in Gear Raid 3, but look, we've got a lot of food pushing through. That's gonna be okay. We're so close. We are so absolutely close. If I do, I'm gonna go ahead and send the second Nom Nom. Although look at the Fool, just absolutely keeping the team alive. Yeah, all we've got to do is just push through. Yeah, Fool is not getting hit, and the Fool is not moving, which is super important. Okay, we're gonna start overwhelming this very rapidly now. Okay. Go ahead and speed it up. We're going to send the Ghoul Hounds next. It does actually look like a lot of the team has been hit, but yeah, look, the Grotesque Thing is attacking Sumukan, and in the back we are just overwhelming Torador, and that's the round. Now, if possible, I'm going to try to avoid double hitting, but that's just going to depend upon my courage level. So again, don't necessarily look at that BP and get scared off. A lot of it has to do with placement and strategy. Okay, this team scares me because it's got 8 wins. So it's like, is this a major bait team? So Ingrid and Valara are going to be doing some major pushback, but this looks like another Fiery Templar team. What do y'all think? Definitely looks like a Fiery Templar team because no one is going to be getting any. We're going to give it a try. And honestly, if this works, we're going to go ahead and hit this one. Okay. All right. So Valara will be giving pushback, but every shot hitting that Templar is going to going to cause counterattack damage. I think we're going to have a good shot at this. Here we go. All right. 1 energy, 2 energy. I haven't really timed this one out. I'm a little bit nervous. I think we can let the Fool get a little bit further out. Okay, here we go. All right, we got a nice little pushback, and let's see if we can start. So Fool's already taking some damage, and honestly, Valara's not taking as many hits as I would like. Fool's getting pushed out of place, but now we're actually starting to see some pretty significant damage, but we're okay, let's think about this. I'm almost tempted to let the Fool and the Templar die and then send the next wave of Fool and Templar in. And I think that's actually going to give us a really good chance because Ingrid and Valara are very close to being taken. Okay, there goes our Templar. Nope, go a little bit further. There we go. Look, Sithra is already out. We've already taken down 2. Ingrid looks like she might be healing herself. I'm not sure. All right, here we go. Valara's getting lower and lower. Right, Fool taking damage, but Valara is almost dead. Ooh, yeah, I'm not sure what mechanic it is giving that heal. That's kind of disconcerting. But I think the Templar is going to hold a little bit longer because Sithra isn't in the game. And the Grotesque Fiend is about to get fed. Sumu Khan doing a lot of damage. Okay, Grotesque Fiend is in the fight now. Templar's down. Sadly, Valara didn't get taken down. That's not good. But we'll see. Ooh, okay. All right, that's only the first takedown of Torador, but this person did not have the Torador very well skilled, and so did not get very far. All right, so I think we can. No, we don't want to send anything just yet. So the Grotesque Fiend got out. Wow, look how close Ingrid and Valara came from dying. So close. Okay, here it goes. So, okay, we're also running out of time. Like, okay, this is going to be a real bummer if we don't make it. Valara's in her ult. Yep, she got everyone. Okay, all right, it's all going to be down to the house. Oh, I should. Oh, I'm so bummed. Look how close. Look how absolutely close. Oh my goodness, Ingrid was so close to dying. Wow, I am so bummed. Okay, I don't. Hey, yeah, I don't know what to. I don't know what to do. Sithra died real fast. Valara just absolutely kept slapping. Absolutely kept slapping. I feel like part of my timings were bad. I also feel like um, if Fiery Templar had more HP, we might have made it. Let's pass on this one for now. So disappointed. Let's look back at this team right here. Okay, so you got physical, magic, with Ingrid. Ingrid not as exposed as I want her to be because I'm thinking of maybe a Mariath attack here. Draylen's gonna get a life save from Ireless, but 1U isn't that great in GvG. I think we can possibly pull this one off with Mariath. And that's going to be, let me look at it one more time. Magic, yeah, red. Red it is. If you don't know, Mariath red has, doesn't actually show it, but she resists magic attack. Like, you don't see it in the stats itself, but she's got so much HP. Okay, this is a pretty beefy team. Did I want Silas? Yes, I do. I'm gonna take a step back. I want to go add. I want to go. Oh wait. Let's look at Ingrid real quick. Watcher, Mage, Grid, and you're her. Try Silas is here. Okay. No. Okay. It is lower, but with that 1.1, that means she's closer to 97. This is better. This is better. Oh, wrong button. March to battle. Team right here. Okay, so Ingrid is probably going to go in the place of the Grotesque Fiend. Yeah, yep. Just barely more powerful. Nice. Okay, Fool. Good. Okay, yeah, I just don't feel like I don't feel like wasting lightning guards because I don't think it's actually going to do any good. I think Ireless is going to be able to easily handle those heals. So this is the team we're going to shoot with here. Came so close to beating that one team. So close. All right. I hope this doesn't turn out to be a disaster. So, Pool at 10, back tile. Mariah at the 7, so we're going to get maybe half an energy bar. Good. Here we go. Okay. All right, so she's. All right, so Draylon is geared with the proper artifact, but I just don't think it's going to matter once we get some additional DPS in. And the Fool is just going to keep Mariah healed. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Okay, interesting. So we got Guan Yu and Ymerit, although Mariath is almost out. But I don't think it's gonna matter. We're gonna go Grotesque Fiend again. Okay, Mariath. We were looking at the health bar of someone else. Mariath isn't even near being hit, so this is an easy win right here. Okay, fantastic. All right, and that knocks out that tower, or not quite. Not quite. Let's look at our stats. Okay, we now have a pretty sizable lead. Um, hmm. This team looks really interesting because we don't have a tank here. Now, Lady Mina and Ardea are gonna do some really easy damage. And has this team has been hit twice. Let's see how Block Bullen did. Okay, very powerful GvG team. Okay, lots of flyers. Because we really don't have so Glacius, or rather the glacial tank. Then we go Slaughter. And that's probably gonna be flyers. Yeah, one at a time. Or not exactly. Okay, so they're actually absolutely just slapping. This team has got a lot of damage, but Slaughter ended up pulling it out in the end. Okay. I don't have the BP for that. Okay, we obviously see how that one was. Let's see. What about this team? Okay, we just hit that. We just hit that one. Go back here. We hit this team, did we not? We hit both of those teams. What about this one? Okay. Ooh. Um, two healers. Tank facing the wrong way. Valara. Hmm. I want to try. I want to try Maul. I want to try Maul for this one. Okay. Yep. Just cool Maul. assuming the Fool has time, because Maul has a lot of energy. And then we'll go Chompers. Let's give it a try. We're in the lead now, so I am kind of experimenting. By the way, I absolutely love that Valara avatar. I sure wish I was in the game when that came out. Okay, this I just don't know, because Fool's gonna get way far down the road before Maul comes out. So okay, Fool stops, but taking lots of hits. Hopefully getting out of range. Nope, really. Maul is really clapping hard. No. Ugh. Get in there. Get in there. Oh no, it didn't work. It did not work. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Oh, um, Cyrus is dead. That's what happened. Okay, and Valderon is dead, and Valara is in her ult, which means she's dead too. Nice. So because Cyrus was facing forward instead of back, we were able to knock out his summons, which means he had no skeleton left for a death save, and neither one of those healers had a death save either. And so that's why it was. I mean, look. That's why it was so easy. So yes, Elowen actually did a lot of healing, but look at Dao Chan. Not a real good example of why not to use Dao Chan in GvG. Okay, this team right here. This team right here is pretty scary because our boy Cadgrim has a death save, but Rivenhold is like not. Rivenhold is not a healer. We will get inspiration. We're gonna go Mariah blue because I am scared of that Praetus. I can't help it. Like, what's the BP on this team? We're 88. Yeah. Okay, Mariah blue. That's gonna be our second time to use her. Um, Look at that blue one more time. That's just to protect against Guan Yu, who is an AoE, and Yuri. Not going to make much of a difference with Praetus, because Praetus is true damage. Yuri is not really GvG material. Let's go. Let's do it. Just hoping we can chomp through Cadgrim since we really do not have a viable GvG. So we do probably have quite a bit of damage. Okay, 1, 2. We're going at 2.5. 2.5. Good. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to really pay a lot of attention to this. I'm not going to get tunnel vision watching the fight. I can't change it. Although I will say Mariah is not taking damage. This is actually really encouraging. Chances are this is going to be a win. The Fool is taking more damage than Mariah now, and now the Chompers are in, and we're going to start swarming Cadgrim. Okay, this is really good. So that means, yeah, we just took out Rivenhold. Guan Yu is not far behind. So as you can see, Cadgrim is holding, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play it safe. We're going to wait for the Abyssal Beholder and Chompers to come out at the same time. And we'll even pop her ultimate, just for the fun of it. And as you can see, that's all she wrote. Okay. So I think that's 5. I think I'm 4 and 1. Yeah, Praetus did some damage. Adgrim did some damage. Rivenhold, Rivenhold healed. Okay. I have 1 attack left. I've done more attacks than I appreciated. I realized. So I am tempted. Let's see. I don't really want to. I don't want to mess with that team. That's just too much BP. We now have a sizable lead. Sizable lead. Okay, this is the team that got away. This is the team that got away. part of this is coming back and trying to figure something out. I mean, it's like I wanna do okay. The team, it's all magic damage. I'm tempted. You know, we're gonna YOLO this. We're gonna YOLO this with Mariah Red, right? Fool to keep her alive, and then we're gonna just try to swarm it. Um, although Valara may have something to say about that, right? Sithra's gonna be in there. The only other option I can see is throwing Void Cores at the Templars to get them to a higher level so that they have more survivability. Because um, because they came so close to killing Valara and Ingrid. So close. This team is going to get constant pushback from Valara. It's not going to be able to counterattack anything. I'm actually going to go Bookkeeper instead because Bookkeeper is going to do some damage to Valara that I don't think she's going to be able to recover from. So we're going to go Mariah, Bookkeeper, and then Chompers. Okay, let's do it. I hope I don't regret this. And if I do, it won't be the end of the world. Although, just from principle, I would like to pick up a win. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Mariah's taken major damage. Pop that ult. Okay, she's alive. She's alive, and Valar is down. Ha! Yes. Okay, and Torador is already down to 1 life. Mariah is not looking healthy, but Torador is almost down. Torador is down. Simulcon. Okay, there's no stopping this now. Look at that. Bookkeepers almost took Ingrid down. They probably will take Sithra down. Yep, there it goes. All right. That was the win. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, in summary, we went 7-1. We didn't crack open everything, but we gave ourselves a pretty significant advantage. So hopefully the rest of the Wardens of Light can hit bots, which we don't normally want, but maybe today we do. So maybe they can hit bots, which we don't normally want them to do, but in this case it would probably be okay. So I hope this video was informative. Thank you for watching.